We've also this morning been chatting about Newcastle city centre and the fact that Ridley Place is getting a bit of a makeover, a regeneration. And I can now chat to Stephen Patterson, who's the chief exec of the Business Improvement District, NE1. Is on the phones. Morning, Stephen.
Good morning.
No, thanks so much for joining us. Now, we heard a little report earlier. Our reporter, Martin Lindsay, was out and about in Newcastle yesterday, chatting to people. And we did hear a few people in the report there concerned about how parts of the city centre are looking at the moment. Do you echo those worries?
I think there are definitely elements of the city centre, the public realm, that haven't been invested in probably since before the turn of the millennium. And I think what we're seeing in Ridley Place and Savile Row is a huge amount of investment in the city centre. Yes, it might be long overdue, but it looks fantastic and it's making a difference to those businesses around it.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, we see these big name shops continuing to close down. You know, the Wilco is one of the big names, but also notice French Connection, one of the recent ones, which is obviously just right outside the monument in the heart of Newcastle. Now, we know that's been replaced by Newcastle Building Society, but it doesn't really draw shoppers in, doesn't it? I mean, shoppers kind of just want shops.
It does. We are seeing, there's always a degree of change in the city centre. I'm old enough to remember Callers on Northumberland Street and, Woolworths, that type of thing in the city centre. So there is always change. But I think in the city centre, we've got Breitling moving in next door this year on Blackett Street. We've had Monkey and others moving into Eldon Square. The city's doing really, really well. I think vacancy in Eldon Square is around about 4% when you think national average is 16%. So comparatively speaking, we're doing well and there's lots of demand for retail in the city centre.
Oh, that's good news. I mean, Debenhams in Eldon Square. Speaking of Eldon Square, that's a big one, isn't it? It doesn't look that great at the moment. But how are anyone supporting the council to fill the empty shops then?
I think predominantly it's about creating a degree of certainty to the market. So the £37.5 million being invested in the retail core, Northumberland Street's next. We've got 15,000 employees moving into the East Pilgrim Street development, huge influx of people into the city centre. And so that builds footfall, and that's really what the retail brands are after. So I would say the strategy is absolutely right for the city centre, but obviously these big developments take time. So I would say it's really about creating certainty by having a really clear plan for the city centre, and we have that here in Newcastle.
Okay. And as you say, I mean, lots of positive things happening, Stephen. Away from the sort of doom and gloom of the cost of living and shops closing, there are positive things happening in the city. And Ridley Place is one shining example of that, isn't it?
It's brilliant. And I think what I love about that is the fact that it's independent shops. It's on Northumberland Street, the region's busiest shopping street. Just off it, you've got these fantastic businesses, from burritos to vintage clothing to dumplings. It's an amazing street. And it's lovely to kind of give the public realm to that street that those businesses really deserve.
Yeah, kind of. Oh, I do love the burrito place on Ridley Place. I tell you that.
That's fantastic.
I've been there loads. I don't think my belly thanks us, but it's absolutely beautiful.
You've got to do the spicy sauce.
The spicy salsa. You're right. I always go for it, and then I instantly regret it and go, I should have gone for the mild one. What an idiot. Stephen, thank you very much for coming on, mate. Appreciate it. It's good to hear from you.
Thank you.
Cheers, fella. There we go. If you've got any thoughts on this, how are you feeling about the centre of our towns and cities across the northeast at the moment? Always interested to hear from you.